Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank to all the audience for attending the forum. Our issue for today is vaccines. Before we move on to any further, let us meet our panels for today. I would like to introduce our panels for today, which is Nurul Anis, Emilia, Hafiza, Amirah Shira, Fazrina, Nurin Batrisha, and Siti Zulaika. Welcome to our forum for today. Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, vaccines contain weakened or inactive components of a certain organism, antigen, that cause the body to respond with an immune response. Rather than the antigen itself, newer vaccinations contain the blueprint for generating antigens. These weakened versions will not cause disease in the person receiving the vaccines. Regardless, or whether the vaccine is made up of the antigen itself or the blueprint for the body to produce the antigen, but it will prompt your immune system to respond much like it would on in the first reaction to the actual pathogen. For further detail about this topic, I would like to see information from the first panel next to me, Ms. Nurul Anis. So, Ms. Nurul Anis, may I know what is your opinion on this topic is?
Thank you, Ms. Moderator, for inviting me to this forum on a special topic about vaccines. I also would like to thank my fellow comrade for defending the importance of vaccination and the other panel on the discussion of this topic. Assalamualaikum, I am Nurul Anis. First and foremost, I would like to explain how the vaccine is the mechanism to protect our immune system from the harm of virus. COVID-19 is the new virus that was discovered in Wuhan, China, and spread worldwide up to the point of millions of deaths. In a simple word, the vaccine is the bodyguard inside of our body that protects the virus from attacking our organs, blood cells, and immune system. In my argument, I would like to talk about herd immunity and how it's function. In my point of view, herd immunity can be reached when enough people have been vaccinated against the COVID-19 and have developed protective antibodies against future infection. Unlike the natural infection method, vaccines create immunity without causing illness or resulting complication. Using the concept of herd immunity, vaccines have successfully controlled contagious diseases such as smallpox, polio, rubella, and many others. Herd immunity makes it possible to protect the population from disease, including those who cannot be vaccinated, such as newborns or those who have compromised immune system. As we all know, vaccine cannot be used on newborn baby and pregnant lady. Hence, by vaccination, a bigger population can reduce the risk of the virus spreading to these people. For example, having a container filled with sugar to protect from the ants will reduce the number of ants in the area. Thus, the vaccine is the container and the ants are a virus, and that's how we reduce the virus from spreading more in the area. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Nurul Anis, for sharing her opinion. Now, let's invite our second panel. So, Ms. Emilia, can you give your thoughts on vaccines?
Thank you, Miss Moderator. I'm Nur Emilia. I disagree with Anis when she says that vaccine protect our immune system. In my opinion, vaccine give a lot of side effects. The most common reaction after receiving the vaccine is pain at the injection site, headache, and fever or muscle pain. More serious or long-lasting side effects to vaccines are possible, such as death. The person after getting vaccinated will feel a bad of side effect for 24 hours to 48 hours. In most cases, discomfort from pain or fever is a not normal sign that our body is building protection for our immune system is totally wrong. These side effects affect our ability to daily activities. Not only that, the people who are vaccinated also can be positive of COVID-19 also even though they already got the vaccinated. So there is no obligation to take the vaccine if the chances of being positive for COVID-19 are high. One of the types of vaccines that Malaysia provides is AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine. For the evidence, refer to the Berita Harian online newspaper. Denmark became the first European country to suspend the use of the AstraZeneca vaccine as a precaution after getting a lot of report from some of the people who got the vaccinated have bad side effects. After Denmark, a few countries also banned the use of the coronavirus vaccine AstraZeneca for good, such as the Philippines. Most recently, Indonesia temporarily suspended a proposal to inject the AstraZeneca vaccine, becoming the only Asian country to take such a step so far. When activists vaccine read the news, it makes sense to them that vaccines are so dangerous to them to get vaccinated. So I suggest to all of you to not get the vaccinated. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Next, we move to Miss Fazrina. How far do you agree with vaccines?
Okay. Okay, thank you, Miss Moderator. Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Fazri Nazira binti Roslin. So, how far do I agree with vaccine? So, my view on this topic is another benefit is you could see the immediate health benefit, such as receiving a COVID-19 vaccine can decrease the chance of catching COVID-19 by remarkable percentage. So, when you already get your vaccine, at least we can reduce the percentage of COVID-19 infection that are increasing day by day. And also we can do our activity like before. I mean before the pandemic without wearing a mask or staying 6 feet apart except where required by the federal, local, state rules, regulation, including local business and workplace guidance. Stopping the spread of COVID-19 also entails slowing the virus mutation. Susan Judd, a professor in the UAB School of Public Health, said that vaccine that has been demonstrated by the clinical data can reduce the rate of COVID by 90%. And according to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, if a person is exposed to the coronavirus or mutation of it, a fully vaccinated person is 19.4% less likely to be hospitalized than unprotected person. After 2 weeks, second dose Pfizer or Moderna injection or Johnson and Johnson vaccine that are also can reduce the long-term symptom if you already has a COVID-19. Thank you.
Thank you for providing your point of view. Next, we move on to Ms. Zulaika. Do you have any views or anything that you want to argue about this issue?
Yes, Miss Moderator. Before I'm sharing my views on vaccine, let me give you guys a little bit of a vaccine myth. Vaccine is a medical method in which this method has two situations. First, when we are sick, we will take medicine, right? Second is called the vaccine itself. We have not got the disease, but we have taken it first before the disease came. So looking at the meaning of the vaccine, it is definitely not a cure or solution to a disease such as coronavirus disease or called COVID-19. As we know, many in our society are wrong in evaluating such vaccine. In fact, they thought that a vaccine was a drug that cured disease. I'm not here as an anti-vaccine, but I want a really accurate and proven answer that the vaccine is really safe, effective, and even halal for us as Muslims. Moreover, it is from experimental material that we don't know what is it. For your information, I have seen an article from the Ministry of Health of Malaysia, which means that the vaccine is from the reproduction of living organisms. Some of these organisms are the cause of dangerous disease. Because most of us have not been vaccinated, and it costs our body which our God commands His servants to take care of better than anything. So it's only right that we here should know why most of you guys say that the vaccine is safe. And based on my second article I have read, the author Sohana Abdul Hamid mentioned that in Malaysia, many people reject this vaccine because they don't want suspicious things to enter their body. Most of them are resigned to their natural defense system. In fact, many of them think that certain herbal medicine can improve their body's immune system. And for me, I emphasize the intake of vitamin C as the safest and most natural solution without having any side effects. This is because previously we have received various cases in which our society who have taken the vaccine is more prone to the disease, or can it be said that the disease suddenly appears after the patient has been vaccinated. Why can this happen when most of you all say that the vaccine is a powerful antibody? And of course, we will not suffer from any disease as was rumored. Recently, a while after our people were vaccinated, cases in Malaysia are still high, especially in Selangor. So my advice for you guys to is not to be vaccinated. Thank you, and that's all for me.
Thank you for providing your point of view. Next, we move on to Ms. Hafiza. Do you have any other views that you want to add for this matter?
Yeah, thank you, Miss Moderator. Okay, for my argument of the matters, if we take the vaccine, it can fully benefit everyone. Vaccines function by training and stimulating the body's immune system to recognize and fight specific viruses and bacteria by producing antibodies. If exposed to a viral infection, your body is ready to destroy the virus and therefore be able to prevent disease. It is important to get vaccinated because with an effective vaccine, you can strengthen your immune system and eventually be able to control and stop the spread of the virus and protect our society. Vaccines are not only able to prevent disease but also reduce symptoms, make the disease milder, reduce the risk of death and disability when infected. There are no shortcuts from this epidemic, and we will live in a new norm for the foreseeable future. Vaccination allows us to achieve cluster immunity above the 90% threshold. If many do not register and subsequently do not receive the national COVID-19 immunization program, the group immunity target of less than 90% cannot be achieved. As more people are vaccinated, more antibodies are produced, lowering the risk of COVID-19 disease become more severe. It can protect at-risk groups who aren't eligible for immunization in an indirect way. As we know also, vaccines provide long-term benefit to the country. In the long run, it will be beneficial if vaccinated. Maybe in the future, from a tourism point of view, if a country at one stage demand that everyone is vaccinated, they put in a form of passport and have to prove that the person was vaccinated if they want to go abroad. In addition, it is also likely that the operators of premises and restaurants will place rules as a form of concern that only those who have been vaccinated are allowed to enter or are allowed to do business with certain parties. Thank you.
Okay, and thank you for sharing your thought, Ms. Hafiza. Let's we move on to Ms. Noreen. Are you agreed of what Ms. Hafiza saying just now?
Okay, thank you, Miss, for inviting me in this beautiful forum. And I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Nurin Patricia. Here I am going to talk about argument with Hafiza point. So, I totally disagree with Hafiza's saying because we do not even know what content were scientists used to create the vaccine. It can be harmful to human bodies, and not only just that, the chances of people to get seizures are also high. I believe that these rumors have spread all over the social media, and some of them said it was true. That is why many people outside the 100% disagree with these vaccinations. In addition, even though the people have gotten vaccinated, why do people still wear a mask? In my knowledge, if people get vaccinated, they are allowed to not wear a mask in public because people will know that these people have got their vaccines. But according to public health physicians, Professor Dato Dr. Sheikh Mohammed Al-Junid, Sheikh Junid says, vaccination coverage rates in the country are far behind and lower than United States and other European countries. Also, our country has not achieved 5% of the population to get vaccinated yet. This is why many people are getting mad about these kinds of rumors. It does not say it is true or false, but people trust it and it has already spread all over the social media. So, if people who have not received vaccinations yet, they can simply choose to not wear a mask in public and nobody is gonna know about it. Hence, our people still cannot follow SOP, which stands for Standard Operating Procedure, in the right way because they did not even believe that these vaccinations can be a cure to COVID-19 disease. I suggest to all of you, do not get vaccinated, do not trust it, do not let it hurt your immune system. In the future, we do not even know how it will work in our body and how it will affect us in the long term. I believe that all of you want to live longer and want to do more things in your future. For example, to get married or make our folks happy and enjoy our life. I hope that all of you will stand with me and together we will combat vaccine intake and let us continue our journey peacefully and happily ever after. Thank you so much for hearing my thoughts.
Thank you for your opinions, Nurin, but I have to disagree with that. In my opinion, vaccines, more than ever, are a safe and effective approach to prevent disease and save lives. We are not just protecting ourselves when we get vaccinated, but we are also protecting people around us. Vaccination is still extremely crucial during the COVID-19 epidemic. This pandemic has resulted in an increase in illness and death due to avoidable diseases, which is just another reason why we must all get vaccinated. In their daily lives, young children might be exposed to diseases from a variety of places and people, putting them at a considerable danger. Furthermore, because their immune systems have not yet fully grown, newborns and young children are more vulnerable to sickness. As a result, their bodies are less equipped to infection. Therefore, it is critical that children receive prescribed vaccinations at the appropriate times. Getting vaccinated may help safeguard those around you, as you are less likely to infect others if you are protected from infection and disease. This is especially critical for persons who are at a higher risk of COVID-19 related severe illness, such as healthcare practitioners, the elderly, and people with other medical issues. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you. Since we are almost out of time, is there any questions from the audience? Okay, so now we know that COVID-19 vaccines are proven to boost our immune system and to prevent COVID-19 infection. Finally, we have come to the end of our forum for today. where we have shared a lot of knowledge which we did not even know before. Immunity can be developed through vaccination, which reduce the likelihood of getting the illness and its repercussions. Beside the good things, there are also bad things. So it is everyone's right to choose. For the last word from me, I would like to thank again to all ladies and gentlemen for today and also to our panels. Thank you everyone so much for making today's forum so much fun. See you again next time. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, Miss.